Leading our stories today on the religious reports. AMRSP is now CMSP. AMRSP officially renames itself to Conference of Major Superiors in the Philippines, as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has finally approved the application of the association to change its name on Monday, February 14, 2022, and release the official certificate of registration on Friday, February 18, 2022. The decision to be renamed as CMSP was voted by the association's member congregations during its first online joint biennial convention held last 28 to 30 April 2021, born from the desire to use the more inclusive term consecrated persons in place of the limiting term religious, in line with the norms under the 1983 Code of Canon Law. This renewal process will also entail the merger of the two constituting associations of AMRSP, the Association of Major Religious Superiors of Men in the Philippines, or AMRSMP, and the Association of Major Religious Superiors of Women in the Philippines, or AMRSWP. The CMSP membership is presently composed of 362 religious institutes, societies of apostolic life, secular institutes out of 453 religious and secular institutes in the Philippines, representing 80% of the total institutes present in the country. Congratulations to the whole consecrated life in the Philippines.
More reports from the consecrated in the Philippines. SALETTE Missionaries Election Statement. The missionaries of SALETTE, Ina ng Pag-asa, Philippine Province, has released a statement on Tuesday, February 22, 2022, for the upcoming elections titled 2022 National and Local Elections. A true believer worships God in word and deed at all times. Father Manuel Medina, MS, the Provincial Superior of the SALETTE Fathers, Philippine Province, call on all true believers of Christ to uphold the truth and to battle the proliferation of lies, propaganda, disinformation, trolls, and fake news, especially during the upcoming national elections. The statement boldly addressed three major lies rampant during election period. Namely, the church has nothing to do with politics. Any candidates will do, and the candidates are our idols, and stated that if we are for Christ, we must be for Christ everywhere, even in the voting booth. Therefore, must not choose just anyone to lead, and must not idolize a candidate by supporting him or her, no matter what, even sorting to lies, deception, profanities, and vote buying, the root of corruption. Father Medina also challenged the faithfuls to choose God in making your choice among the candidates, and always choose Jesus' attitude, character, and values in ourselves. In other words, and especially in our leaders and candidates. The statement ended with an open-ended question for the faithful to reflection, and we quote, "Among the candidates, who do you truly believe is capable of bringing our people closer to God? You see, it does not matter if your choice is the winner. What matters most is that God has won your heart once again."
And here's our reports from the Vatican and the world. Theme for the 108th World Day of Migrants and Refugees announced. The Vatican Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development announces on Tuesday, February 22, 2022, the theme chosen by the Holy Father, Pope Francis, for this year's 108th World Day of Migrants and Refugees, Building the Future with Migrants and Refugees, which is to be celebrated on the 25th of September 2022. In a communique, the Migrants and Refugees section of the Vatican's Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development, explains that this year's theme highlights the commitment that we are all called to share in building a future that embraces God's plan, recognizing and promoting the role that migrants and refugees have to play in this work of construction, because only in this way will it be possible to build a world that ensures the conditions for the integral human development of all. The day is observed every year on the last Sunday of September as an occasion to express support and concern for people who are forced to flee their homes, to encourage Catholics worldwide to remember and pray for those displaced by conflict and persecution, and increase awareness about the opportunities that migration offers. It was first celebrated in 1914. Vatican opens its first embassy in Abu Dhabi. The Vatican, through Archbishop Edgar Peña Para, the substitute of the Vatican Secretariat of State, traveled to Abu Dhabi to inaugurate the first apostolic nunciature in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, on Friday, February 4, 2022. Archbishop Peña Para explained that the presence of this new apostolic nunciature is a further sign of the Holy Father's solicitude and concern for all the people in the Arabian Peninsula, and at the same time, an upgrade in the relations between the two states. Nora Al-Kaabi, the UAE's culture minister, and Omar Gobash, the Assistant Minister for Culture and Public Diplomacy, attended the nunciature's opening along with other officials of the UAE government. Archbishop Peña Para expressed gratitude to UAE's Foreign Minister Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan and to the civil authorities for making the nunciature opening possible. The Apostolic Nunciature in Abu Dhabi opened on the 3rd anniversary of the document on human fraternity for world peace and living together, which Pope Francis signed with Ahmed El Tayeb, Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, during an interreligious meeting in Abu Dhabi on February 4, 2019.
From the Universal Church, we move to the reports from the local church. CARITAS Philippines vows to remain non-partisan during polls, but never neutral. Bishop Jose Colin Bagaforo of Kidapawan, the National Director of Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, National Secretariat for Social Action, Justice and Peace, or NASA CARITAS Philippines, stated that it will not endorse any candidate in the coming national elections, but it does not mean that it will turn a blind eye to social justice. Bishop Bagaforo added, we quote, "We will proclaim what is true, just and right. That is our moral obligation. We will speak and act in favor of human rights, the sacredness of life, ecology, and truth, among others." The bishop said CARITAS Philippines will remain a non-partisan organization under a Memorandum of Agreement between NASA CARITAS Philippines and the Paris Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, or PPCRV, and urged all diocesan social action centers of the Catholic Church who will serve as the local election watchdog under PPCRV to remain the same. He said the mission of the social action networks is to ensure clean, honest, accurate, meaningful, and peaceful elections. Bishop Bagaforo encouraged the public to examine the lifestyle, action, supporters, election conduct, and reputation of the candidates they want to support. That's it for our dose of stories from the consecrated life, the church, and the world.
Catch our next episodes for more of The Religious Reports.